All right, we are pile arm dragoning special summon onto the field. Kashtira's needed you to have no monster on the field in order to be a free special summon, but we got no cash in sight. Now, a lot of people on the site are playing a ton of Kashtira in their deck. For example, this Evil Eye deck is not just playing Fenrir, also playing triple Rise Heart, triple Unicorn, and a Birth. So that's a large package to maybe toss into any deck. Now, we are making the unstoppable Galaxy Tomahawk. We're going to be linking this off into the brand new animation, Masquerina. Armed Dragon Flash, flashing a dragon onto the field. Shokan into the Elf, which could reborn the Masquerina during the opponent's turn, only if the opponent has a monster. Now we have Auroradon. Auroradon is here. We're going to be summoning triple token. Now, we can't link summon for the rest of the turn. We're going to tribute itself plus a token to summon a tuner from the deck, Mecha Fanabeso Lion into the Librarian. Every time we synchro, we are going to be drawing a card. We have Elf reborning the Lion from the graveyard as a level 2. That's nuts right there. Holy moly. And the Lion being sent to the graveyard summons a token. Now making Excel Synchron. Draw a card, and the Excel Synchron will be able to get a Jet Synchron in the graveyard. Yes, it will. Jet Synchron will be able to discard a card to reborn from the graveyard as we now make a Baron to Floor, Omni Negate, and draw a card, mate. Now, Jet Synchron discarding an Armagram, that is, to then now make a Herald of Arclight. Any monster sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard is banished instead. And on top of that, we have our Omni Negate. So, yeah, we got 2 Omni Negates, and monsters sent to the graveyard are banished. Let's go. Focus up, focus up. Searching for the Rex. Some of the Rex on summon is going to be searching, but we're going to not only negate and destroy. Now, Runic Slumber could protect it from being destroyed so that we could special summon our blue. We're going to use Herald of Arclight to negate the destruction protection. We're going to use Call by the Grave to negate the negate. I do not think so. We're going to use Ghost Bell to negate the negate. Ghost Bell, negate. Call by the Grave, negated. Herald of Arclight, negates. You are going to then be negated and destroyed. Holy, negate. We're going to follow up with special summoning Huggin. Wait a second, you could have summoned Huggin to protect your monster from being destroyed by card effect by banishing the Huggin, but then you lose the Huggin, you won't be able to field spell search. And, you know, I guess this works out because we do have the Sprite Blue, special summoning alongside it. Very nice. Did not want to discard the blue. Elf is going to be reborning Masquerina, as I said. If your opponent has a monster, the Elf can reborn a level 2 monster that was originally summoned from the extra deck. Oh boy, look at that Masquerina. That was, I spent a lot of packs to get her. We are starter from the deck. We got red now with a monster negate. We're ready to negate the Masquerina if it activates to get Link Summoning. That's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to be tributing off our other monster to negate, not destroy, the Masquerina, and because it's a hard once per turn, it cannot activate again. Now summoning a Carrot from the deck, locking both players into level 2 monsters only. We are making our Sprite Elf. Elf reborn from the graveyard. We have no more disruption in sight besides the Call by the Grave, targeting the monster you're attempting to reborn with the Elf. Now, we could make Gigantic Sprite again at 3,200 attack, but we can't go into Zeus. Zeus is not summonable, and we also are playing Runic cards, so we don't even have a battle phase. Alrighty, in the standby phase, Baron to Floor is going to return itself back in the extra to get a level 3 tuner on the field. We're going to right away make an Underworld Goddess now. You have player priority to summon Goddess before the opposing Elf can even activate. Nuts. Activate to negate the Carrot. We have Elf reborning the Masquerina from the grave thanks to the Carrot being on the field. And surely we should have lethal. We're going to banish 2 wind monsters from the graveyard, reborning our Armagram from the grave. Tempest when banished, searching for a wind. Come to me. We are now going to be discarding a card, special summoning the Pile Armed Dragon onto the field. We're going to be activating the Thunder Dragon level 3, adding a Kashtira Unicorn from the deck. What the? Stealing the monster we destroyed by battle, sucking it up, and following up with lethal damage. Kashtira Armed Dragon, even though we didn't see any Kashtira plays yet. We're small worlding this out, banishing for the deck to be searching for our Sudri. Sudri Black Whirlwind, that is huge, and even more huge when we have Simoon. That's double Black Whirlwind. We're additionally summoning. It does not take up its normal summon here. Double search. If we are able to get this to leave the fields, then it would not be searching. So what would actually work out really well is Fenrir. Fenrir would be the higher chain link to the Black Whirlwinds, banishing off the Simoon, thus resulting in no searches. So Blackwing's countered by Kashtira. Special summon our Vata. Vata attempting to send monsters from the deck to the graveyard. A really good way to get Zephyros in the grave. You do not want that to happen, so we are going to negate. Special summoning Harmatan, boosting up the level by plus level 6 to now make a level 10, unaffected by card effects, Blackwing Full Armor Master. And now we are going to be special summoning Wyver Burster. What the heck is this? Holy moly, Chaos Angel in Blackwings. We are playing, this card is limited to 1 in TCG. You can now tech this into your Blackwing deck and you have an unstoppable Chaos Angel. Because we used a light and dark monster to summon this, no tuner by the way, because you could choose which one you want to be a tuner. Light makes it so all your synchro monsters are unaffected by monster effects, and dark makes it so all of your monsters, even non-synchros, cannot be destroyed by battle. But wait, there's more. On summon, banish a card on the field. Wyver Burster get searching, Chaos Angel get banishing. Imperm may as well negate the Chaos Angel, but okay, it is affected by the impermanence here, but who cares? All right, imperm it up, and we still have the Sudri. We still have our normal summon. Collapse Serpent Wyver. Why didn't we summon the Sudri? Am I missing something? Normal summon Sudri. We pass on that? Okay. I guess we're just not going in for a lethal play. Interesting. Main phase 2ing up our Sudri. I guess we wanted to feel out the back row potentially before making big plays. That's fine. That's fine. Double Black Whirlwind plus our search with the Sudri. Come to me. Now, we have Shamel. Shamel is going to be very good for recycling the Sudri back to the hand from the grave. Also playing a Black Feather Whirlwind onto the field. Shoconning into the Nothung, which will trigger the Shamel to add back the Sudri to then additionally normal summon with the effect of the Nothung, thus triggering double Black Whirlwind and the Sudri again. So we're going to about to triple search. Reborn a tuner. We got Vata. It's a glitch. Yeah, it looked like it was destroyed by card effect, right? I guess it does do that sometimes, even though it was destroyed by battle. If that's what you're all talking about, that really juked me out. I was like, what the heck just happened? Attack destroyed by battle, and then I guess it skipped the other attack also. Something weird happened there. Konami, please fix that. I was really confused. Okay. Nothung additionally summoning the Sudri. Double Black Whirlwind search. In addition to the Sudri search. Happened to you too also? Yeah. It made me think that he used the Sharnga effect to destroy, which would not have made sense unless he's going for lethal. All right, Twin Shadow is here, ready to pop 2 face-up monsters in the opponent's field during their turn. Making our Boreas Storm. Boreas Storm on summon will be able to send a monster from the deck to the graveyard. We have Collapse Serpent also being triggered to grab another Wyver Burster. The true Chaos cards, the good Chaos cards. Alrighty. It does have a restriction of only being able to be summonable once per turn, the way of banishing from the grave. Recycling the Black Feather Whirlwind. Making a Blackwing Synchro Dragon, because we didn't have Vata being able to do so since it was negated by the Ash. Special summoning our Orochi to make an Omni negate Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, which will negate any card on the field unless it's a counter trap like the Red Reboot. Triggering the Black Feather Whirlwind to reborn the Boreas Storm to make our Blackwing Assault Dragon minus 700 life points if you activated monster effect, and now make that 1400 life point loss. Holy moly, you are done. Omni negate minus 1400 life points, and our synchros are all unaffected by monster effects. They also can't be destroyed by battle. What are you gonna do? What do? Burn for 14. Making the Monk of Tenyi. Vishuddha gets spinning. What are we spinning back? I'm unaffected. Chaos Angel unaffected. What are you doing? Burn. Holy moly. Blackwing just got way better with the Chaos Angel, making them unaffected from monster effects. Brand new synchro. That is nuts. We are making a level 10 into the Arid Behair. Arid Behair is going to be able to negate a monster effect. We're now making Ascalon. Top tier in Duel Links. Holy moly. You could banish a Dragunity from your graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls, banish it. And is it once per turn? It's not once per turn. What? If this card is synchro summoned, is destroyed by an opponent's card, you could special summon a Dragunity. Only this effect is once per turn. So per Dragunity in the graveyard, we could banish from the field. What? Banish number 1. He's keeping on doing it. Banish number 2. Banish number 3. Banish number 4. Banish number 5. Banish number... What? We ran out? No way. How did we run out? The Arid Bear is going to be banishing off the field. The Druid Swarm is going to not be negated by the Area Bear. Is it? No? Wow, we are scooping it up. What just happened? You lost a time limit. No way. Dragunity was the one cooking. You were watching. Let's see. We are drawing 2. If we draw into... Yep, we got the Fur Hire. So we have a monster negate, and we have draw 3 if we destroy. Wiping up the field spell so they cannot activate the curses. Special summoning the Unicorn, going to chain the Rex for Hire to special summon onto the field. That will trigger the Unicorn to look at the extra deck, but also the Dumpa. Dumpa get dumping. Now, what's crazy about Kashtira is we're dealing with the Unicorn, right? But it states that if you control no monster, you could special summon this card. Normally, a card says you could only special summon a card once per turn this way. Konami conveniently forgot to add that to the card, so we could just special summon the other Unicorn. Also looking at the extra deck, goodbye to a Huggin. And draw 3. Unicorn is here, searching for the Birth, which could reborn the other Kashtira Unicorn. We're going to be discarding another card with the effect of the Dragon Ruler to reborn to summon a Tempest from the deck, making Mecha Fanabeast Dracosac. Dracosac into Zeus? That's what I am thinking. We have to be careful about the Raphael, though. We are Zeusing Raphael. If they activate, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you could discard a For Hire to negate, and we don't have more material to double wipe the fields. Zeus negated, but not destroyed. We got the Birth. We're going to reborn our Unicorn from the graveyard. Tempest also resummoning. So we wasted the monster negate to ensure that the Galaxy Tomahawk would not be negated. But there is an Ash Blossom, which could be used on the Auroradon, which will completely screw us up. As I was saying, when the Auroradon tries to summon a tuner from the deck, negate with Ash, and they're pretty much done. Or are they? Do we have another line of play? Rise Heart's going to be banishing a Fenrir from the deck to make itself level 7, also banishing 3 cards off the opponent's deck face down. Shokan into the Elf. Now we're making the Auroradon. Auroradon summoning triple token. We're locked out of Link summoning for the rest of the turn. Tribute, Ash, huge negate. That is a big, big deal. The Birth also has another effect. If your opponent activates a spell, you can banish 3 cards from their graveyard face down. Elf, reborning Masquerena. We can at least link off during the opponent's turn. Oh boy. Oh boy. No tuner, no librarian, no big wombo combo. The Ash got him good. Mayhem for Hire, reborning the Beat from the grave. If that will trigger the Dampa to pop the Elf. And we're going to chain summon Falgo. So the Falgo is going to be here when the Elf gets destroyed to then draw 3. Raphael is going to negate the Masquerena from linking off, which would be stopping the destruction of the Sprite Elf. Draw 3 is coming. Falgo is here. Wipe out the Elf. Wait. You made Elf with Masquerena. It's indestructible. Oh my gosh. And we just tried to destroy it twice. No way. What the? It can't be destroyed. We tried to destroy it twice. Starter summon a blue from the deck. Blue, activate, come to me, red. Red will be able to negate a monster effect. The Masquerade already activated, though. Gigantic Sprite. Gigantic Sprite, 3,200 attack, skipping the battle phase, unfortunately. We have no monster negate with the Raphael, and we only draw 3 if the Falgo gets to witness a card being destroyed. Nightmare Unicorn. I mean, is that Ibli? Okay, that's not Masquerina hopping onto a unicorn. They look quite similar. On summon, discard a card, spin the Falgo back in the deck. Now the red is going to negate. Elf is going to reborn Masquerina from the graveyard. Come forth. Now, unfortunately, Masquerina from the grave cannot make an Avra Max. Avra Max states that the monsters have to both be summoned from the extra deck. Now, the unicorn cannot be destroyed, even though we attempted to destroy it. We're going to link off the opponent's monster, making Goddess. I mean, it can't be overstated. The power of Masquerina here. Protecting Elf from being destroyed twice, protecting the unicorn from being destroyed once, now making an indestructible Underworld Goddess, which will full field negate. Unless it gets negated by the freezing curses, which it is affected by, it is negated. It will no longer be able to negate a card attempting to summon from the grave. That is unfortunate. This full field negate would have actually been quite good. We're going to reborn Fenrir from the banished pile, which is banished by the Rise Heart. Fenrir is here. We can activate Fenrir. We have an additional normal summon here, so we could be searching for a unicorn to then normal summon. Now, because you activate a monster effect while Fenrir is on the field, its trigger effect is going to be banishing a face-up card the opponent controls face down. Alrighty. Oh no, the Raphael. Wait, the Raphael's not triggering not to negate, so this is Chain Link 1. The Dampa is targeting the Fenrir to destroy the Fenrir. Will still be banishing the Falgo successfully. The Falgo will not be drawing 3 now, so this is crazy. Alright, we made sure to do this before the Fenrir could search. Dampa wipe it out, and we're going to banish it so the Falgo does not trigger. Temp is going to banish 2 wind monsters to reborn from the grave. Normal summon Ash to make our Baron de Flor. This rank 7 exceed Armed Dragon Kashtira deck is nuts. Full field wipe. Now, we need to desperately hope that the Baron de Flor does something in the main phase that we could use the Triple Tactics talent to steal or draw 2. How do we make that happen? Well, I guess we could just use the Flash Fire in the main phase. They'll activate, then you get Yoinkin. Flash Fire it up. Onto the Baron de Flor. We are going to negate. Now the Triple Tactics talent is live. And with the Baron de Flor, we could link it off with a Huggin that we could summon with the Runic Destruction. Come to me. We can't. Indestructible. Again, the Masquerina protecting from destruction, I believe 4 times now. That is insane. Wiping out the Birth, not going to summon, and then link off with the Baron de Flor. No way! Masquerina! Holy moly, Tempest is going to be banishing 2 wind monsters from the graveyard. Dragon Ruler used to be tier 0 back in the day. Maybe Dragon Ruler is OP now. Remaking Baron de Flor, it has its active negate back. And just like that, we don't have lethal. Oh no. Wow. 200 life points, but we have our Omni negate with Baron de Flor. No way to trigger the Baron de Flor. Hey, please, negate this so I can steal your monster with Triple Tactics talent. Not taking the bait, just like that. Armed Dragon Kashtira with the win. Holy moly.